asked, what do you know about AI technology with music? I did some research into it because I was hearing a lot of people were like terrified about it. Then I was hearing a few producers that actually was like giving a thumbs up. Like Timbaland, he's been one of the biggest endorsers of it. He wants people to get into AI music creation because he's been using it for certain things like enhancing vocals and making whole songs out of things that are not songs, like maybe an interview. And I ain't gonna front, it looked fire, but when it comes to creativity and being original, yeah, I don't like that. Right? It's real similar to when I first started making beats, right? I've used hardware, but then I found it was easier to start using software. Then I found this software named FL Studio that I still use to this day. Never looked back. But when I was making beats and doing production and recording songs on FL Studio, a lot of like the old school producers, they would be hating. They would talk ish like it was nobody's business. And they go like, what? You didn't use an MPC? Like I could get literally the same sounds, same patterns. I could do more with FL Studio than you could do with an MPC, but people didn't understand it, right? And look at it. Like a lot of people still use hardware occasionally, but majority is using software. I've had friends that was going hard with the whole FL Studio stuff now asking me for tips on how to use FL Studio, and they're executives of companies and have a bunch of plaques on their wall and they're looking for better ways to do it. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up is when you think about AI music, it's a similar thing, right? They have AI voice and AI writers and AI production where you could tell them to study certain songs and make something similar and it can do a good job, right? And you have people that's like me that's looking at that like, nigga, you ain't putting in the work. It's just a cycle that's never going to end. It's going to get easier and easier and easier to produce music. And it's going to get harder for the up and coming artists to be able to get their music out there, right? The only option I would say for people who are not messing with AI music and who want to go hard with getting their music out there and combat it, you just got to hurry up. Get as much music out as possible that's original and then promote that shit as much as possible. Because once these artists get a hold of AI, it's over. What people don't realize is if these record companies can AI clone someone's voice, right? A famous artist, and then AI clone the skills of certain producers, they don't need the artists or the producers anymore. They can make an unlimited amount of songs that's high quality that people will like, is going to make them money. Majors will be done when it comes to being genuine and creativity and all that is done. You can only find the real shit with the artists who are either dirt poor or unsigned, right? Because unsigned and poor artists either won't be able to afford the technology or they're just going to be so true to the craft that they will go against it. You know what I mean? That's what I think. When it comes to AI music, will I use it? Nah, I don't have any need to. I think that making music is fun, right? If you could really create freely, especially the style that I use, like I don't write, so most of the songs that you hear from me is stuff that I freestyle. Imagine me pressing a button and just having whole songs. That sounds crazy. I can't do it. It just wouldn't feel right. Also, what would be the point of that? That wouldn't be fun. And I'm paranoid already. You think I want my voice cloned, nigga? The fuck out of it. I want my voice cloned. There's some people that are badass tracks. I've heard some good tracks. Don't get me wrong. All right, don't get me wrong. I've heard some good tracks, but I know how it was made. Especially some of the remixes, right? Like I've heard some Michael Jackson songs with some of these new artists. I'm like, damn, this shit sounds fire. But I know it's blasphemy. Prince, he didn't want no part of that, but yeah, I see people making songs with Prince's voice. That's disgusting. That was like one of his last wishes. Yet motherfuckers is making holograms and cloning his voice. That's what he was doing. He's cranking out 24/7. Yeah. Productivity is crazy. Right? Like think about it like for YouTubers. There's probably so much videos you watch that you didn't even realize was AI. You didn't even realize it was AI. You thought it was just a normal person talking about some trending topic. Guess what? That shit is not real. And you can tell by little pieces, right? They might say a certain word a certain way, and just little details can give you a hint like, oh, that's AI. But there's so many YouTubers that's making channels within 1 year doing AI, putting out 3 videos a day or more, and fucking demolishing the game to where within 1 year time span, they got like over 200,000 subs. Meanwhile, my ass is over here 10 years plus. Nah, I think it's like year 5, year 6 or something. I'm working towards 10, right? 2 years plus. Got like maybe 30,000 on my main channel. That's not even my main channel. 30,000 on one channel, 13,000 on another channel, like 2,000 on another channel, right? It's a slow process, but it's because I'm just me, right? I've worked with editors, and these niggas try to charge you an arm and a leg for something I could do myself in 1 to 2 hours. Right, so that's why it's hard for me to even hire an editor, because I can't find an editor that wants to work with me and grow with me. I would have gave my editor a percentage. You would get this percent of whatever income this entire channel makes. But no editor is willing to invest the time into you like that. So it's hard. Right? You just got to deal with that. Meanwhile, you got AI companies just pressing fucking buttons, nigga, and within minutes, a whole video's made. It is what it is, you know what I mean? Eventually I'll work hard enough to where I can get other people to, help and invest in time into what I'm doing, but it is what it is. When it comes to AI, yeah, it's going to take over. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. If you want to play the game of being a major artist and all that, you're going to have to look into it. Shit, as a YouTuber, it might be a smart idea to look at it and see what the fuck it's about. Unless you're just a weirdo that don't care about blowing up and making a huge amount of money like me. My simple ass. I don't give a fuck. My life could have been way different if I played the game, but I choose not to for some weird reason, and it is what it is. Right? And I'm not even saying that from a bad point. Like, it's just because I'm choosing authenticity and not wanting to do all the fake shit. Right? I have a harder journey. But it is what it is. I wouldn't choose otherwise. But if people are playing the game, they probably want to look into that type of shit. Right? But I'm not rocking with AI music or creation.